Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 25th, also known as Christmas. Got this morning fairly early, not as early as I could be, but early enough. Got a couple things done, got the dogs outside, got them all kind of squared away. We got one of the dogs, kind of a grumpy old girl that doesn't always play well with other dogs, so we have to kind of keep an eye on her. She gets a little bit territorial over some spaces and whatnot and whatever, so got everybody outside, got it all taken care of and kind of settled around. Decided I was going to hop in the hot tub, so I basically flipped the cover back, went to get in, and was knee deep when I realized that it was off, and I don't know what caused it, to the breaker or whatever, the little circuit breaker. It's on the end of the plug, which is what I've had to replace now a couple times. And yeah, 72-degree water. I was like, ooh, not what I wanted. So I got out of there real quick as I could, dried myself off, and now I'm cold and wet, which is never fun. So I got myself somewhat dried up, and I was just instantly kind of like disappointed in the fact that I'm like, I knew I should have bought the new hot tub. They're like 16 grand though, so it sucks. Did also post up looking for an electrician to come out, pull some codes and stuff and whatnot. We're running power out to where my new hot tub will be, or where this hot tub will be. Either way, I don't care if I move this one over there or actually install a new one. This becomes a situation of what might having somebody with pull a permit, actually do it certified, that when we rent the house out and or sell the house, it's covered. All the permits are pulled, all that good fun stuff. So I also want to run about a half a dozen more outlets around the house outside, and then I want to put a couple more inside, and a lot of it is just snaking wires through the walls and crawling on the attic. Is not what I want to do, and depending on the cost of it, I will just pay somebody else and let them do it. So it'd be a lot easier to do that, because crawling on attics is not my thing. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun for me, and I don't have a lot of the tools, some of the different, like, fish tapes and different things that needed, and it'd just be easier to have somebody else do it. Plus I don't have to crawl in the attic. That's the biggest thing. So got that done though, without the hot tub. Kind of got my morning off to a slow start. Heard from my bride. She got up fairly early, took actually that dog right there, Teddy, for a walk, got him taken care of, and she headed up to go pick up her father and son up in Port Orange. Got back here to the house, came inside, chatted to them a little bit, basically asked them if they wanted to meet all the dogs. Her dad doesn't get around very well at all now, so I made sure he was sitting down for the dogs inside, because I was out in the patio with him. He was sitting down, so we were good to go. So he came in and met the dogs. The dogs were all excited to see him. A couple of them being a little bit, doing some, just dumb, happy, hyper dog stuff. So we got them all settled back in. Got them back outside. We chilled out there. Left a couple dogs inside, the lazier of the ones that just kind of want to sit around and get petted. Not as much orneriness to them. So went ahead, headed back outside, chilled out in the morning, had myself a nice little Room 101 Payback. That was Miami Snow, but it wasn't. It was Payback. So had a nice little cigar in the morning. Her aunt and uncle showed up. That I got on out there to help get them inside. He's in a wheelchair, so it takes a little bit of time and hassle. So the new Subaru that I drove over to help her go get, she wanted me to help pick out a car and help whatever, blah blah. Didn't take any of my advice at all. So basically I drove all the way to Orlando to save her a $6 Uber ride to the dealership, which whatever, so it is what it is. But she got there, we got him inside, everything went fine with that, no real issue. We kind of hung around. I'd finished up my cigar, breakfast was getting finished up, so we went ahead and finished up cooking, I guess is the way I was trying to say. But ended up having ourselves a nice little breakfast. Everybody kind of got along. The table's not really quite big enough for everybody, especially because the extra wheelchair takes up more space than it really needs to. But it is what it is. So we got that done. Had a nice little breakfast. Got it all figured out. I'm trying to pick up my dog poop here. So my dog's poop. So went ahead from there. Got done with breakfast. All went in the living room. I passed out all the gifts. Everybody started opening up the presents, and my wife had a bunch. I had some that I bought for myself, and then some she bought for me. Went ahead and I was like, are we opening all these right now? Because there's like a lot of presents for us and hardly any for them. So went ahead and she's like, yep, that's what we're doing. I said, okay. So we started opening up all the presents. One of the things that my mother said she wanted, heard on one of the radio shows, I'm not sure which one, it's like some little flying ball thing. You like has a big fan inside it. So you chuck it in there and it supposedly flies back to you. And they make it sound like it's a drone that flies right back to you, like a remote control, like boomerang, but it doesn't. It just takes off and flies anywhere it wants to go. And we couldn't figure out how to turn the darn thing off. So we finally got to figure out how to turn it off. We had a good laugh and chasing the ball around. So that was fun. Luckily the dogs were all outside during that time, because it would have been a mess. Dogs chasing that ball around. They're only like 20 bucks. So I might buy one, let the dogs torment it, and see if they want to try and have fun with that too. We chuck it up in the air and it kind of float around the room and smack it at the ceiling fan, and had a good laugh and had a lot of fun with it, chasing down it. Josh kept tossing it upside down, so it would just shoot straight to the floor and take off like a demon around the floor, like a hamster ball, just on steroids. So had a good laugh with it. We were still in the process of opening up gifts. Everybody was kind of having a good time and chatting and laughing and figuring out what everybody got and whatnot. And then Wes needed his restroom, which is the uncle in the wheelchair. And I didn't go in the hall, but apparently our door is not wide enough for a wheelchair. And I guess he can't take the 2 steps from the door to our toilet. And they didn't bring the urinal cup, which I don't know, but it made sense. He has one he sits next to the chair with him in the house. He has right there that when she's not home or whatever, he can just pee in the cup, but didn't do that either. Didn't bring like a bedpan type thing at all. So apparently she was going to drive all the way back to Orlando to let me to the bathroom. Who knows? So she was in a big hurry and a mad rush to get him out of there. So we went and get him loaded up. We had threw all of our Christmas paper the other side of the wall there, right by the front door. So I'm stuffing it all around and got the, So got him outside, put him in, and apparently this new car, he has a hard time getting in and out of. He can't do it, and it struggles. She fights with it. She goes, I love the car, it's just hard to put him in. I'm like, that's the only thing you really need a car for, is your handicapped husband. Getting in and out of the car is 90% of the hassle factor of owning a car, and you bought this car without him even being there. Like, we didn't take him with us. We didn't bring it to the house and let him try and get in and out of it. We didn't do none of that shit. And yeah, so she's got a car that she likes, but she can't hardly get her husband in and out of the thing. So struggled, finally got him in there. That was entertaining at best. So we got it done. We headed back in to open up the rest of our gifts. Her son Josh fell asleep. We finally got all the gifts opened up, got everything all put away, kind of stuck out of the way. I headed back outside with the dogs, and then her dad wanted to play pinball, so they started playing pinball. I don't know if Josh playing or not. The only thing I saw was the father playing pinball. So it is what it is there. My mom was doing up dishes and cleaning up some stuff, and I was outside with the dogs, having all the fun that comes with it. They finally packed up. They had to take Josh and her dad up to, I guess, his other grandma's there, to his, it'd be to his uncle or stuff, his grandfather's brother's house, so whatever that is. But yeah, so they went up there, dropped them off on the way. They stopped and walked Teddy again, because they were staying at the house a little, and they planned on doing it. So they walked the dog midday, got back. I basically had to just watch dog duties, all I was doing. I didn't really have anywhere else to go, nothing else to do. Got my run in, got myself a shower. We kind of hung around there for a little bit when my wife got back, and we chilled out. I was trying to figure out what we're gonna do for dinner, had dinner mind up. So Karen decided, we kind of just all talked and laughed and kind of hung around for the day, that she was gonna go eat out at the house with Teddy, and Mom and I were on our own, which was fine with me because we'd had that big breakfast. I usually only eat one meal a day, so went back outside with the dogs, chilled out there for the evening. And when I headed in, I had myself some chips and salsa. I got some peach salsa for my birthday from my mother, so I was eating some good. It's really good stuff. Paul Newman. It's kind of expensive. It's like more than a big jar. It's like a jar like a third the size of it, so it's a lot more expensive than regular salsa, but I enjoy it. It's pretty good stuff. So, and of course, the first time you open it, it's warm room temperature. It's not been in the fridge yet, which makes it that much better. Has better flavoring. Normally, I'll dish it up into the bowl, let it sit out for like an hour or so to warm up to room temperature and get a better flavor. So, did that. Hung out with the dogs, watched a little bit of TV, wrapped it up, and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.